USA, USA, USA. And I feel like they're gonna not do good in this tournament.
No.
I don't think they're gonna do that hot in this tournament, bro. What are
I
you
think
feeling?
they're gonna win it all.
All right.
Argentina's
All right,
shaking in their boots.
this is Hermanos FC, and we are going to be talking about the opening game, USA versus Bolivia in the Copa America 2024. USA, USA, USA. And I feel like they're gonna not do good in this tournament.
No.
I don't think they're gonna do that hot in this tournament, bro. What are you
I think
feeling?
they're gonna win it all.
All right.
Argentina's
fool.
shaking in their boots.
No, they're not. No. I mean, look. I think we kind of already touched base on kind of like the opening games set the tone for the rest of the tournament in terms of how just they perform in what is the actual thing now. Now, they played extremely full. How much did they get beat
Colombia?
by?
5-1.
What was that? 5. Okay. So that was kind of the, what would you even call that? That moose bouche of the tournament. The appetizer of the tournament. And it went down terribly.
Look, Colombia's been playing really well, so I'm not going to take it away from them. And it was, a friendly game, right? They don't want to go too hard before the tournament and all that.
Well, you mean both teams?
Sure.
Don't want to put on the gas.
However,
go on.
Colombia's 70% versus USA's 70% are two different things. Like if USA were to lose 2-1, whatever, okay, whatever. Right? It's still a friendly, but 5-1 means at some point you were like, all right, let me take seriously, and you still got destroyed.
Yeah. After the third goal, I think they were
but isn't that what we've been talking about? Like, right? What are the tactics of USA? What after the first goal was unfortunately that the slide tackle fell to the Colombian player and he ripped it. Great shot. But okay, then you go down 2, you go down 3. What is your what are you trying to fix? Are you going to be a counter-attacking team, or then are you going to be a high-pressing team? Man, zone. What are the goddamn tactics? Like,
tell me, because you're obviously, I just have an opinion as someone who watches shit. I don't know shit about it. Okay, so I can't be over here talking about the nitty-gritty stuff. So based on the tactics and stuff and that you're talking about, educate me and tell me what is it that the way that they play doesn't work, why that doesn't work, and what they should be doing.
I don't know what they are. Sometimes they can counter, and then sometimes they sit back and let you attack, and sometimes they do high press, but not all the team is doing high press. So then they leave like big ass gaps in the middle, for players like James and Luis Diaz to tear you apart. Like that just doesn't make sense. Everyone's divided.
So what happened between that game and then the Brazil one, though?
During the Brazil one, they sat back. You saw tactics there, right? They literally closed off spaces. They sat back, made it super difficult for Brazil to find spaces. There's also a part of me that thinks Brazil really didn't take that serious. It's my opinion, man.
There's a saying out there. There's like a kind of, if you know kind of situation where every time you see Brazil kind of not doing well is because they just really don't want to.
That's just what I thought.
That's how good that they've always been that good that when they're not playing a good game, they're not putting all their effort
USA,
into it.
I thought they were like, all right, let's show a little bit. You know what I mean? Work the ball from side to side, whatever. Also, I don't like some of the players that are on the field too for USA.
Okay, so let me go through them real quick.
Yunus Musa didn't start. Why? He's playing in AC. Maybe.
Who started over him? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Johnny Cardoso.
Because Gio, that's who started over him. Maybe he was hurt though. Here's the thing that you don't know. Like maybe he.
I do understand he's trying to put out like. I know the point of
those games were meant to
experiment, right?
Sorry,
you're meant to experiment and see who can fit. Maybe Cardoso can do better. So I put it like that, right? I'm hoping that's not what our 11 looks like. I think Johnny Cardoso is a good player, but I don't think he's better than Yunus Musa. I know it's going to kind of be hard for Tyler Adams to get back in the squad, given that his lengthy injury, his lack of playing, and in the midfield you have Weston, Gio, and I would think Musa in there, with the top being Pulisic. I like Haji over Balogun.
And Weah too, right?
Weah's definitely needs to start. Or if you want to be, creative, I would switch maybe Josh Sargent or Pepe in there rather than Balogun and Haji. But that's where you can get like creative. You know what I mean? And then if you need a little bit more of a speed and a little bit more, annoyance is what I like to call him, because he's annoys the shit out of you, but he's fantastic, is Brendan Aronson, because he doesn't stop.
I was surprised. I would want him on the team as a starter over a couple players too, or at least Johnny Cardozo.
That's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
That
I'm not
role.
saying this is like an easy thing that the coach, he's like, oh, it's a good problem to have, to look at your team and be like, damn, who do I put?
Yeah, our back doesn't look solid though,
I'm gonna totally tear them apart there, because I didn't like our CBs. I didn't mind our left and right back, which Joe Scally is obviously in for Serginho Dest, who won't be, who's injured for the year.
Yeah, shame.
So
that's a shame.
It's between him and Shaq Moore. Obviously, I'd probably go with Scally. DeAndre Yedlin.
Yeah, I would bring him in. I would bring DeAndre Yedlin in.
Yeah, absolutely. I also I'm not a fan of, I think it was Chris Richards that was in there. Can we figure out where Chris Richards plays? I can open this up. He plays at Crystal Palace. I take that back then. I mean, Crystal Palace did No, I'm not taking back any.
He wasn't a starter. He wasn't a starter.
You're not even starting at Crystal Palace. Like, come on, man.
I think that the problem with the back is that there isn't much options. Like, there just isn't. There isn't. We don't have the guys in the back like we've had in previous years, where there's at least that one dude.
Well, no, hold on. Then we go.
Or at least
then you got Tim Ream, right? And you got what's his name as a left back, Robinson, that plays for Fulham.
Yeah,
Antoine. So those are the two, right? But you're also missing the other little piece. And I'm kidding about Carter Vickers. I actually like him. He played for Celtic and he started. He did really well.
I'm saying compared to these other guys is what I'm saying. Like the way that he hasn't even gotten a look in terms of playing a real game time. I'm like, at least put him in, and if he eats it, then like, all right, then whatever.
Maybe I'm being too harsh on Chris Richards, because it was just based off the Colombia game. The Brazil game looked okay. The Colombia game just exposed some of his weaknesses. I don't know. I also feel like they didn't mesh, right? Like, there's always this like thing, because I play defense, so there's always this thing of like, even a slide tackle or the way they clear the ball, you hype each other up. I didn't see any of that, so I don't know.
It's not how you start, it's kind of how you finish is usually the saying. So we'll see how the USA does. They improved greatly from the Colombia game to the Brazil game, but with the caveat that maybe Brazil was playing on 25% and they didn't put on the full throttle. So that being said, it's going to be a really interesting tournament for the United States. Like anything else, this is the proving grounds for the World Cup and the qualifiers, and determining how good they look. The aspirations of these players to do really well in the next tournament, which is the World Cup that is going to be played here, is huge for them. Huge. Like, if we don't do something and shake the foundations of the soccer pillars that hold up the world, we're just going to go out in a whimper, and that's going to really suck. So we really had to...
Plus, this is a squad that's made to make some noise, right? They all play in really big clubs. Pulisic's doing really well. AC Weston's about to join the Premier League, even though he was playing really well. Tim Weah, too. Like, you just got a bunch. Haji, Balogun, they're all playing great. Josh Sargent. This is the time, in my opinion, for them to really make some noise and not to be like, hey, USA's nothing, Our chant is USA nothing to with. We'll see.
We'll see.
Game.
Yeah. So that was our preview for the USA Bolivia opener, and pretty much our thoughts on the USA national team for possibly the upcoming tournament and all the things that they have to kind of hit and check off on their checklist to do really well in this tournament, and also for the foreseeable future in the World Cup as well. These are the proving grounds. Please like, subscribe, and join us on the Copa America journey. We'll be doing videos every day, pre-match and post-match reactions, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.
All right.